So for my digital story, I chose to look at the music video for Clint Eastwood by Gorillaz and focus solely on its animations. To start, the overall band of was created by Damon Albarn with the animation by Jamie Hewlett. They're actually a fictional band, but none of the characters actually based on real people. 2D is a white Caucasian male, and he is the head of the band. This immediately puts the power relationship in a white male's hands, and he is in power over a Asian associated female and an African American male, which does cause certain negative connotations along with it. So with Noodle, the issue often comes up that she's an Asian female. She's often very denounced and kind of almost private. Her name in and of itself is a stereotype of the culture that she comes from, placing negative connotations on them immediately by just putting stereotypes of what they eat within her name. And her character is also usually kind of traditionally dressed or dressed in an Asian style of clothing. As a female, she's often very denounced. She doesn't get much say in what goes on. Most of the power lies within 2D and Murdoch. Murdoch is associated with the bad boy British culture, essentially. He's often very sexualized and very dominant in that sort of manner, which kind of puts a negative connotation on male culture and stereotypes what often many people say about them. And Russell Hobbs is an African American male that within the video is often associated with hip hop. He's often very quiet and just kind of sits back where 2D and Murdoch goof around and he's kind of on the low. Within the music video, Dell the Ghost Rapper is the main focal point aside from the band, and he is associated with Russell Hobbs, as we'll start to see. His style and hip hop influences associate him with African Americans. The ghost is associated with Russell Hobbs. As you can see in the still, he is a descendant of Russell Hobbs. And as we look at the video, we can see Russell Hobbs drumming, usually with the same look as he always has, of just being quiet in the background at the will of the others. And then this inside of him comes out and kind of begins to take control. So one of the key pieces into the video is the gorillas. They are representative of the African American population as they are descendants of ghosts. One of the key things that shows that is the dance they will do momentarily, which is highly influenced by hip hop. There's very negative connotations from this, which is showing that African Americans are seen as animalistic and primal and less intelligent than humans, which is a big issue. But it's confronted with the power relationship switching. It goes to the powerful people being the African Americans and the less powerful being the white males. Another big piece of the video involves Noodle. Noodle, one of the things that she's stereotyped with is the more traditional clothing that she is wearing, so it's more typical of an Asian person. She also goes into a martial arts style move, which is also another stereotype for the population. It doesn't have very huge negative connotations, but one of the big things that happens is you see a power relationship switch a little bit. You see a female character hitting a male character, so it shows that she has more power and puts her back on top. So overall, the video does have a lot of negative connotative things that it involves, such as the portrayal of the African American community as gorillas and the over-exaggeration of their clothing and style at certain points. But the good things that the video does, that I think are very high positive connotations, is you see power relationships switch from the white males into a female character and also the African American characters. So you see the what is perceived as the minorities taking over the majorities and almost evening out the power. Credits go to Jamie Hewlett for the animations and also Damon Albarn for the creation of the content and the music that was used in the video.